Hello, YouTube. We should be live. Give me 2 secs to make sure that we are live, and then I'll get cracking. Yeah, I think we are. Oh wow, we got people waiting already in the live stream. That's pretty cool. However, it's not started. 1 second. Still waiting. Still waiting. My sound is working on YouTube, just not here. It must be a Discord. Must be an update or something. How have you got the YouTube live already? Because mine's not even live. Oh, you've got it before me. Don't know how. Anyway, I'll post the YouTube thing in a minute. So yeah, I'm not too sure if you guys saw the little announcement thing I made in the mentorship channel, which was this one here. It's basically talking about how I'm going to be fully taking in the new adjustments and new improvements that Seb's going to be, that Seb has recommended. Because I had a chat to him about me trading like the MCR strat, and then also on the sideline, taking in the improvements that he said, like, you know, changing the different types of levels and the fib and reducing the amount of pairs and how I look for alignment and stuff like that. So it's been a bit difficult, like sort of balancing the two. And I know eventually that I'm gonna fully embrace his style. So at the same time, it's been like sort of just dragging like a dead body, because I know I'm not gonna trade the old style forever. So he's recommended just go clean reset, scrap the old style, and just fully embrace the new stuff, new levels, less pairs. As you can see, I've gone from this, all them, to just that, which is yeah, this live stream is going to be about 20 minutes long. It's going to go from an hour and a half to 20 minutes per live stream now, because we've only got like what 3, I can't count, 6, 8 pairs to go through. So yeah, I guess that means more talking, Gimo. Yeah, I guess I've got to just blabber on and talk rubbish. Right, the YouTube stream is now working, so let me just quickly post the link to the other Discord so we can bring in a few more views. 1 second. There we go. Live market breakdown. Give me a sec. Go. And post. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go. And I often go to sleep earlier. Yeah, you'll miss less. Hopefully. So yeah. So the main thing I'm going to be changing. Feel free to ask questions as well. The main thing I'm going to be changing is obviously the levels I'm looking at are going to be completely different to what I used to look at. Because on this chart, if we go back here, I mean, if we just look at this, I would see that as a level, that as a level, maybe the candle close as a level. Whereas now, I'm seeing that as a level, that as a level, obviously that, potentially this, if we break this low, if this pushes here, then this is level as well. So already, rather than just, you know, waiting 2 weeks just for this trade, I can whack a fib on, go like that, and we now have, I mean, one more. This one doesn't line up currently, this one doesn't line up currently, but if we break these lows and we see something like that, you know, then you got the 38, the 50, and then you've seen like 2 trades within a week potentially, and then you go to GA and you've seen the same, and so on. So hopefully increase the amount of trades I'm taking, maybe, even if that's like 2 a week consistently, because at the minute I'm probably getting 1 a week consistently. So if I can increase that to 2, maybe even 3, that would be amazing. So it's like you take your levels on lower time frame. Not really, it's just the way I'm identifying levels. I'm not really bothered about like, because I was more looking at the big swing, obvious highs and lows type thing, whereas now I'm looking, see, it's weird because my 2 conditions for a level previously was pips and market structure. So I'd want a level to do at least like 100 pips in and out. It's like this one, you've clearly had 1,000 pips in and you've had a shit ton, 900 pips out. And then on top of that, you've had market structure. You've had it created an obvious high and, you know, an obvious low. Whereas if I was looking at something like this, to me, I mean, yes, it's a decent amount of pips. It's 169 pips, which is crazy, but there's no structure to it. You've literally just got one daily candle and that's it, it's pushed out. I would like to have, you know, a decent amount of space in between those candles and obvious structure created. Whereas now, the way Seb defined market structure when it comes to like a reason why to take a trade is if price creates new structure. So here, if we let's just go back, let's just delete everything. So as you can see, price is pushed down, pushed back up, and created a level here. Now this isn't valid at all, but now as you can see, price has created new lows and created new market structure, which means these levels must have some sort of significance. Mainly this one, but then you also have the break and retest, obviously, but that's the main level. So this has way more significance because it's managed to push price below these lows and take out the buyers, and now sellers are stronger and it's created new market structure. So this has a shit ton of significance. Of course, it needs to be a decent amount of pips. It can't just be like 30 pips because then, you know, you have to take a tiny ass trade. So as long as it's I don't know, it's a bit subjective, but most of the pairs I'm trading now are quite volatile. None of these pairs are going to do 20 pips within a day. They're going to do 100 plus. So that's it. The main thing is just structure. And as you can see, this level here, you then draw the fib. You then have a 23 fib, break retest. Oh, let me delete that. There you go. You got the level. You got the 23 fib. Watch what happens. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just like that. And there you go. And now, okay, so here's another quick one. So now, I don't really see any levels apart from this one. This is the only level left. Yeah, Seb did take that, yeah. One sec, I'll go over that in a sec, Hemo. And trap, one sec. So I only see that as a level now. However, this could also be a level, but it hasn't created new market structure yet until now. So now, price has created new lows. Now this has significance again. So it was a break retest level. So I wouldn't really take that normally because, you know, break retest has worked. I wouldn't really look at that level now. That's, you know, my old style of looking at it. But because it's created new market structure, this now has significance again. So that is now a valid level again. That makes sense ish. I think that, by the way, that's what I think. I'm still not like, there's still a lot of stuff I can be learning and improving on, so that might be wrong, but from what I've learned so far, that's my understanding of it. So that's how I've got that level and that level. Is this trade valid? Let me have a look. What was that? I don't even know what pair that was. Do you know what pair that was? Trap. And yeah, I will still be taking the swing highs and lows as long as they line up with a fib. So my two trades at the minute, so I've gotten rid of, like, for now, I don't know, I'm going to be going over this with Seb tomorrow, but my two setups, my number one setup is going to be level, fib, and alignment, and my like minimum setup is going to be level and a fib. That's it. I'm not bothered about EMAs, not bothered about ATR at the minute. Trend lines, psych levels. For now, no. But I know the way, like, when Seb looks at trades, he'll say a level and two confluences is a trade. So like a level, EMA, and a trend line is a trade. I don't know if that's his exact methods, but that's an example. But for now, I'm just going to sack off like the confluences, and I'm just purely going to trade level and fib. Level, fib, alignment. So level, fib, and alignment, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Level, fib, and alignment is going to be my strong trade, where, like, I don't know, I'll risk more or I'll be super confident in. They're like the rare setups. And level and fib will just be, you know, the basic setup. Yeah, I still use psych levels. I am still going to use ATR talks, but for now, I'm going to sack like the confluence trades. And I'm just going to trade level and fib because that's what works, and that's like the main core of the strategy. But then I will bring in the confluences, which I probably still will use ATR because I do like that. And I see it working quite a bit, and especially with these like intra levels, definitely. What was his win rate? I don't know his exact win rate, but I reckon it's probably 85 to 90. 90. I don't know if it's 95. Probably 85 plus. I think. I don't know. He's not really. Well, I've not even asked, to be honest. 91, is that what it is? 91. Okay. Yeah, 91 is pretty crazy. 91% win rate is insane. Yeah, by the way, he's doing a live stream. I posted it in the mentorship channel as well. It's like a public live stream. It's not for MCR guys. It's just a public live stream, like a free masterclass. It's like a pre-recorded one, so he's technically not live in a video, but he's going to be in the comments live, so you can ask him questions and he'll reply in there. And that's tomorrow. I think it's already full, so if you guys didn't see it, then oops, because yeah, it's already full. But he has said he's going to be joining MCR and he's going to be doing like an exclusive live stream just for us. So all of you guys can hop in and he'll explain everything. You can ask him questions, stuff like that. Technically, I shouldn't have said that. I should have waited and then announced it, but oh well. So that should be soon. I don't know when, but soon, I think. So yeah, that's when you guys can spam him with questions and stuff like that. Right, so yeah, let's go over some analysis. This week is going to be hectic if you haven't seen already, like absolutely hectic. So we have CPI, retail sales, another CPI, we have FOMC, bit of unemployment and GDP, bank rate, bit of unemployment, BOJ interest rate switches. I don't like that one. Pound retail sales, CAD retail sales. Like, we got a silly amount. It is going to be, and obviously, if you didn't see, gold just broke all-time highs. Indices are going pretty crazy. I need to add a separate one. S&P 500 potentially breaking all-time highs this week. US 30 potentially breaking all-time highs this week. So we've got a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, which is going to be interesting. Gonna play a little bit more on the cautious side this week, I think. Just quick in and out trades. Nothing, no holding, no silly shit. So yeah, right, let's go over some stuff. So levels, I have this, that. Not really looking at that, obviously, because it's not really created anything. You got that, and you do have that. And obviously, I'm only trading level and fib. Are you going to be doing runners or just one-to-one? Just one-to-one for now. Maybe I'll go a tiny bit more. I remember Seb said his average is 1-to-1 to 1.2. That's all he does. And he'll only hold runners if he sees, you know, if we're in like a momentum, for example, GJ, he would not hold a buy runner. There's fuck all point. Whereas like if he was, oh shit, holding sell runners makes obviously so much sense because we're in a fat ass downtrend. So if it makes sense, he'll hold them. And again, it depends on like what news is releasing and stuff, because you don't really want to hold runners through super high impact, especially if your runner's only like, let's say 50 pips profit. You don't want to be holding that through BOJ red folder, because still that can stop you out and, you know, slip you. If you're in a 100 pips profit type thing, then yeah, you know, that's fine. But yeah, currently I'm just doing 1-to-1. That's it. Just, I want to make this work with 1-to-1, and then we'll see. Does Seb trade any news? Technically, yeah. Yeah, he does. So he is, I mean, when he comes into MCR and does the live stream, you guys can ask him to explain like flows and market drivers and stuff like that. He's super fucking smart when it comes to the fundamentals. If you check his Twitter, actually, if you go on Twitter and go on Seb's, he always talks about like the macro stuff, his views on different stuff. He's basically posting constantly about like macros and what's driving and why it's driving, and it's, when he explains it, there's a lot. There's a fucking lot, and I need to learn this. I desperately need to learn like fundamentals, but obviously you can't really just learn it like that. It just takes time and data collection and stuff. But for example, like he traded, what news came out last? It was the gold trade I took. He took a trade during it. What is it? Was it CPI? No, it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was. He traded CPI. So again, this is like dependent on, he has like certain ways of trading news, but he'll go to the lower time frame, draw like levels, and if it like breaks multiple levels and it aligns with S&P 500 and gold, then he'll take a trade type thing. But it's dependent on like how the data releases and long-term views on like how this is going to affect different things. Like it doesn't just go, right, CPI, it came out positive, let's take buys. He has like a very good understanding. And if you don't have a, he was saying like, if you don't have a fucking solid understanding of exactly what causes what and what influences what, like do not be taking trades. But yeah, I won't be trading news properly for a while. I don't think. I'm just going to take my fib and levels and that's it. So yeah, let's get to it. 61 fib, completely valid trade. I'll just mark that out. I'm going to start marking them out as little boxes just because it's easier just to see and keep track and stuff. So we got the 61 fib, and that's it. You don't really have this one with a fib at the minute. Hopefully this breaks the lows, and then we could see this as level as well. But that's all I see on GJ really. I'm not looking to take any of these because most likely not going to be, unless you want to draw a stupid fib. So yeah, that's a bit about it for GJ. GA. Let me get rid of that. GA, we have the highs. This is the one that I sort of messed up on last week because I still took entries based on like the MCR strat rather than fully going after how sub trades. So I went entries at the break and retest, whereas you had this level and you also had this level. And the number one thing, like when it comes to entries and stuff like that and stop losses, is you have to cover all confluences. And for this trade here, your last confluence was this level. So your zone was pretty damn wide. You had the break and retest. It's a messy zone anyway, but that's everything. Because if we go to the 4 hour, you can see you got this and this. So you have 1, 2, 3 levels. And of course, I decided to place entries based on the break and retest, and I just went 40-40, I'm pretty sure. And of course, I got stopped out. Whereas I could have split entries, I could have went a bigger stop loss, or I could have went just a moderate entry at the middle level, and it would have worked. What's the name of your strategy? Yeah, it's called 50 cal. That isn't a valid break and retest on GA. It was a weekly break and retest. It was this. That's what I was looking at, the weekly break retest with the 50 fib. Yeah, it's just because this price action was a little bit messy. So I asked Seb about this and how he would have entered, and he said he would have took that middle entry, but he wouldn't have taken a trade anyway. He didn't like it. But that weekly break and retest was completely valid. But if he was entering, he would have entered at this level. Because you have the upper, lower, that one. It's a bit of a messy price action, so take the safer entry. But it didn't create a low or low, or am I stupid? No, so this, when it comes to creating lower lows, lower, higher highs, whatever, it's dependent on the market direction, Lytix. So here, as you can see, price has pushed up, come back down, and created a higher high. Same here, price has pushed down here, pushed up, created a higher high. The break and retest, that doesn't need to be about creating a higher high, lower high, whatever. When it comes to like creating a higher high and stuff like that, that's more for your intra levels, not for your big levels. Like this doesn't need to create a higher high or anything. If that pushed up and came back down, this is still a valid level. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty damn sure. Yeah. So yeah, and if obviously if it was a sell level, creates new market structure, there you go. But if this happened, for example, that's still a completely valid level, even though it hasn't created new market structure. It's more for these intra levels you're looking at, like creating new structure. Yeah, he trades big levels as well, so he would like definitely take a trade off that. This one's a bit of a messy one because obviously you got this and you got this. But yeah, that GA trade would have been nice, this is sort of what influenced me to like, right, let's just fuck off the old stuff and just go for it. I may as well create a new plan and just go for it. And if you saw as well, if I would have caught that trade, that's what you would have played for the counter. Whereas this one's a bit awkward though, because these break and retest levels, these ones at least, same as this one, I'm not too sure if you'd see them as like completely valid. I don't know, because these ones didn't create structure. So these are like the intra levels, and as you can see, these are tiny levels that just pushed down and broke. I don't know if you'd look at that as a level, but you can see they play off quite well. And again, obviously this has created a high. This is completely valid. It's done that and then push below. I guess it's created, I know that's more the level because that's created the structure, not that. But then I don't know, because then if you look at like GJ, how can you, for example, where's GJ? Come on. GJ. That's on a 5 minute for some weird reason. So like this was a valid break and retest. That level and that level. So surely that level and that level is valid? I get that this one obviously is actually created new structure because price is pushing down and it's continued to break lows. This one's failed to create higher highs, but it's created lower lows. I don't know. I'll speak to him about that because I don't really know if that's valid. Because then if that's valid, then that's valid. But anyway, let's see if there's a fib there to start off with. Let's see. Yeah, 7 pips away, but I don't know. That would have been an awkward one. That probably would have been, what, like 25? 30? I don't know. But anyway, that worked. A very aggressive counter, but it worked. He trades from the wick on big levels. Oh, doesn't he? Yeah, he does, yeah. He trades from the wick on pretty much everything. Literally everything. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't really see anything on here. You got the break retest and you've got that. And that's about it. You've potentially got this, but I wouldn't look at that yet, so I'm not gonna draw that. GU, nope. That could have been, I mean, that was technically a level, but we had obviously some beautiful news, so obviously that wasn't a trade. I don't really see anything here. Get rid of that. That's old stuff now. I can completely get rid of that. That's the new stuff, and we have this level up here. That's a valid level, I'm pretty sure, because obviously price has broken that, so that is a valid level to look for, but there's not really a fib. You can't draw this fib. Oh, let's get rid of these. Oh no, that's valid. I guess these are valid. Get rid of all of them and draw the new stuff. That, let's see if those buys, nope, they don't line up. Why can't you take this fib? What, this buy fib? Is that the fib you meant? Because again, like I said, the one thing I was doing wrong with the fib is, for example, if this lined up, I would take that as a trade. 38 fib buy, I'll take that. Whereas the actual way you should be using fib, which Seb told me, and I was like, holy fuck, is you should only be looking at the fib as a confluence for these levels. Anything from when you drew the, I mean, technically, anything behind here. So you can't look at these levels past the fib created and use these levels as confluences with a fib. I would have to look at like this level, this level, this level. Anything past here, no. That's it. And you can only use them once as well. So Once that 23 fib has been broken / used, gone. That's it. You can't use it again. This 38 has been used now. Cannot use it again. That's it. Done. So now that if price came back down to this 38, I could not use that 38 as a confluence. I could use this level as a confluence, sure, but I cannot use this fib as a confluence. It's already been used. I watch you sporadically and I have no idea who's Seb and what's his strat. So Seb is who I learned from. Like, he's the very first like group / person I learned from. I'll show you Seb in a second. I'll drop his link in here as well just so you guys can see. But this is who I learned from. Let me drop his link. And I'm just about to post a video actually about what I'm going to be doing with Seb, but basically he's mentoring me. He's going to help with my trading. He's never done like one-to-one mentorship with anyone before, but he's going to take me on and help me with my trade and basically turn me into him. And I'm going to help him with basically turning him and his trading floor, helping him grow like fuck, basically. Grow on socials, create content, help the floor grow, doing all the marketing and all that stuff. So I'm on the floor like 2-3 days a week now, which is pretty cool because I get to be on a trading floor, which is pretty fucking epic because not many people have that opportunity, of course. And I'm not paying to be there. I'm being paid to be there, which is even cooler. So yeah, I'm being paid to be there. Plus I'm being mentored by one of the best traders. Plus I get to go crazy with marketing and use my expertise and knowledge and help him grow even more. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so for GU, I don't really have anything. You have these levels down here, but that fib wasn't really doing much. You do have this big fib actually, which is completely valid. Which again, doesn't line up. Nice. Okay, you got a big 61 though, and that's it. Just turn this, where is it? Lo-fi, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I don't really see anything for GU. And we have a crap ton of news this week anyway, so it's probably gonna smash something. GN, we do have some nice stuff on GN. So we have, I mean, yep, we have that zone. Let me draw it from here instead. May as well get rid of the daily level thing because I only look at daily levels now. There's not much point doing anything different. I could have like daily level, weekly level, because some I will be looking at the weekly, I guess. That is one habit I need to get into, is like going on the weekly quickly and seeing if there's anything significant. Like that is technically a weekly level. Not the best, but it's a nice weekly level. These are the more nice weekly levels, like that. They're the nice ones. So yeah, we have that, which yeah, I would have never looked at, but yeah, I guess now I am. And this isn't valid yet. Could someone tell me why that one isn't valid? Why this one is valid and why that one isn't valid? Does anyone know? Wow, Lytix, you are fast as damn. Wow, okay, beautiful. Yeah, it's not broken the high. Do I have what? Yep. No, I'm not doing that actually. No chance. Yeah, it's not broken the high. So as soon as price breaks this high, then I class that as a level. Again, I'm pretty sure you guys are trusting me a lot because that's what I'm pretty sure is, you know, is right. I will confirm. So like, I just want to make sure that this isn't, you know, this isn't financial advice and I'm learning. I'm now technically a student, so you guys are learning from me, who's learning from Seb. So some things might not be concrete over the first few weeks, but after about a month or so, I should have a decent knowledge about the levels and the fibs and all the valid trades and not valid trades. Yeah, you're learning from a student. Yeah, you're taking a fat L there. Yeah. Everything Leon says is financial advice. Oh, whoa. None of that. All good. I trade MCR already for 9 months. I'm built like a solid rock. Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. You joined at the wrong time, Lytix. Like, smack bang on the wrong time. Like even 2 months, if you would have joined 2 months earlier, you were at least, you know, experienced a little bit of a high before getting smacked in the face. But no, you joined and instantly, bam. So yeah, that feels a little bit bad. We got 2 fibs here. You got this one, which of course that isn't valid. That 38 fib sell is not valid because obviously it was created after the fib. So that was valid, that sell, which I technically classed as a miss. Because price on Friday closed here. So I said, you know, I don't think I really like that, but I know a lot of people actually ended up taking that, which of course it worked amazingly, which is interesting. But you do have this level, which is the 50 fib, and that's about it. So you got that zone. This fib isn't really valid for anything else. You do have the buy fib, which currently does line up. I mean, it's a bit awkward because the fibs are only 40 pips apart, but technically does line up. It would be nice if we broke the highs and did something like that. That would be beautiful, because then you got the 50 and the 61. That would be perfect. Is there any new rules for misses in a new plan? No, not yet. So that's something I haven't probably gone over yet, Tux, which I will be going over tomorrow. Because I need to be 100% certain on like stop loss and also misses, like when to cancel trades. I mean, stop loss is fairly easy, but it's more like, for example, here entering at first confluence. That's what I know Seb obviously does, entering at first confluence, but I don't know, like, for example, is a candle close. This level is obviously that. Now, would he class that as the first confluence or that as the first confluence? I don't know. So obviously if this was a lot bigger and you had something like that, would he then enter all the way down here at the fib, or would he enter at the candle close? I'm not too sure. I need to ask these questions. So yeah, bear in mind I've only had like 1 mentorship session with him so far. That's it. So this is my second one tomorrow. So yeah, that's one thing I need to go over, is like the candle close, is that technically a confluence or not? Would you just go like that? I'm not too sure, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll obviously, once I learn, you guys will learn. So yeah, that's all I have on GN. Just this level potentially. This level is obviously valid, and that's about it really. There's nothing else there. So there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Euro entered D. What do we have? Let's get rid of these. These are 2 valid zones, and I think that nothing has really changed here. You got that. Yep, you got that. You got, I mean, technically the high. I'm going to draw these differently. So I'm now drawing my levels from the wicks, because I know that's where most of the interest is. And that's most likely how I'll base my entries, not really the candle close. I'm not too sure. But this one, for example, you've got the sell, which is that, which is a 61 fib. Completely valid. The 50 fib was also valid sell, and as you can see, that worked to charm. And then you have the fib of that move up, and that is the 50 fib. But again, this one's a bit awkward, because let's say you entered, I mean, technically you got the EMA, so that could be a first confluence. So let's go 40. I mean, that's valid, but then do you want to give it space? Don't know how that works out. Is it better to give it space? Is it not? And then if you go 50, you've technically got the 61. So do you just cover the 61 as well? But then it goes 60-60. Now it's getting big. So these are the things I need to obviously go over. Because for me personally, if I was to do my own entries now, I'd probably just go... I wouldn't enter a candle body close. I'd probably go like that. That's how I'd do it. You give it space a bit below the wick before 61. Yeah, I see. I'd go somewhat like that personally. I wouldn't always enter off the candle body close. Because again, like, hey, if you were entering off the candle body close, I mean, technically you would have hit take profit pretty damn fast, but like you would have had to give that at least 50. At 50, you would have very close gotten stopped out. Yeah, I don't think they enter at the candle body close. I don't think that's what they do. But anyway, we'll see. But yeah, that's a valid trade anyway. So EN has buys and sells, which is perfect. EA, has this the buy, literally the same as GN. I don't know if GA has it as well. GA has the break retest. EA has the 61 fib level and EMAs. Yeah, but again, like, would this be classed as a miss? I don't know, because here you've technically had 2 levels formed. Price has pushed up. If we replicate what's happened, price has pushed up, come back down, done that, pushed up, and then price has pushed into there and pushed up. So would you see that as, I don't know, would you still take that level? I don't know. Maybe not, but that was like the level in the 50 fib. Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on like how far away these are apart. So that's only like 40 pips away. I don't know. These are still questions I've got to ask. So it's actually kind of perfect, because as I'm going through this and explaining things to you guys, it's making me, you know, go over, you know, little gaps in my knowledge that I need to rectify, which is perfect, because then I rectify them and I learn from those little gaps when I'm trying to explain things, and then I learn, and then I teach you guys and you guys learn. Boom. But yeah, that's the main area of interest for this week on EA. Sell wise, I think we just have that big zone, that big ass zone there. Yeah, the 50 fib, and again, that 38 fib is not a valid sell, because obviously that level was created after the fib. So we'd mainly be looking at that, and up here, maybe that as well. Yeah, so that is that, and then we're almost done. This analysis can go so quick from now on. There's no like 1 hour, hour and a half analysis sessions anymore. It's literally, I probably could have sped through this in 30 minutes. Gold is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Unless you get started talking about journal. Oh, actually, now that you mention that, I do need to show you guys some stuff. Thanks for that. I'm only joking. You got a 61 break and retest mark. Well, the break and retest is defo a valid trade. That is probably the main trade, to be honest. Gold, by the way, I'm going to be trading the 4 hour as well. So I'm going to be taking all the daily trades on currencies, and then gold I'm doing 4 hour and daily. That's what I'm looking at. Got it back tested already, but not much. Ooh, nice. So yeah, I'm going to be back testing, by the way, if you guys want to do it too. February, no. Yes. March, April, May. March, April, May for all of these. Move my thing again. Them ones. Them. No, he doesn't trade the gold 4 hour. His results on a gold 4 hour are crazy. As in like testing them in the levels which have worked and not worked. But he can't be asked trading them basically. He only trades daily levels. Let's look at those results by ticks. Damn! Fucking hell. That's just 4 hours. Jesus Christ. That's pretty good. 30 pips. You're trading. Is that 30 pips or you're 50? 30. Jesus Christ, Lytix. Okay. That's tight as hell. Yeah, I was going to say 50, 60. I'd say. I mean, on the 4 hour, I guess you can maybe use a tiny bit lower, but 30 is pretty insane. But that's good results. When's that? 2020. 2020 was a hectic year to trade as well, and that's a lot of trades per month. I mean, if 30-30 is working, go for it, but I wouldn't be, if a zone's big, I wouldn't be scared to use like a 40, 50, 60 maybe. Yeah, that's crazy. The fib here, I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Obviously not going to draw the massive one. You have this. Valid. That's valid, but it doesn't really line up with a 23. And then apart from that, I'd just look at this most recent push. They're the only two I'd look at, really. This one, not really. You got to draw the next one. Yep. I mean, that's just awkward though, isn't it? that is the valid. Unless you have like this. I wouldn't want to draw so many fibs though. That's probably the last fib I'd use. Which again is the exact same as that one, I guess. Wait, which one did you say you had? 61. I guess it's the same one, yeah. Yeah, but you got the 25 level, which is the psych level, which is bang on the 61. And then you have 30. That's quite high though. And for this would be insane runners. Insane runners. Gold, oof. What's that, 80? So for me here, what I'd normally do is obviously I would have entered off of the break retest like this. But the main confluence here is the 61 and probably 25. So you've also got like, that's your main confluence there. So you'd have to go something like that because that's where most of the wicks are. So I'd probably go something like that. Entering at what, 29? And I know 2600 is a big ass, like big level. Huge level. That I know a lot of people are waiting for. Because obviously there's nothing here. It's no man's land. So these big ass psych levels are the main interest. 26, 27, 28. But yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking for on gold, really. Not really looking for much else. You do have these, like, this level. That's the one I took, the 61 fib buy, which was that. I took that trade, which did 0 drawdown. That was a crazy trade. That was my fastest ever trade. It lasted 1 minute 30, and I caught 60 pips in 1 minute 30, which is insane. Literally, saw it enter, put my phone down, looked at it again, his take profit hit. I was like, the fuck? It's like, okay, fair play, I'll take that. And obviously that break retest would be even nicer with some DXY alignment, which I don't know if we'll see this week. We have the high. That trend line's pretty useless unless we saw that, which isn't going to align anyway. That's all I see, really. It's just this and that. So maybe price pushes back up and taps off this for a third time, which possibly breaks. But that could align with gold. Maybe, I don't know. But that's it. That's about it for this week. We got GJ sells, potential sells from this level as well. GA, nothing much. GU, nothing much. GN, we got buys aligning with EN buys and also EA buys and gold buys. So we'll see. If I start having more action with this than I did with this, all these, that's going to be pretty fun. But yeah, that's about it for this week. And I'm also going to start doing like a pre-market review as well. Mainly of the fundamentals. So Seb recommended me to do this like massively. Because knowing what's releasing for the week and what's going to be the drivers, like without even having to look at tech, you already know what the drivers for this week and what the main interest is going to be this week. Just by looking at what fundamental releases there are. So I'm going to try and start learning about fundamentals and like proper market drivers and stuff. Just because that'll help massively when it comes to just understanding why stuff is happening. I know I have been doing that currently, but I've only been doing that on a small scale. Like I'll see pound driving this morning. I'll explain why pound is driving. Yeah, why pound is driving. But I don't actually know why pound is driving. Like, okay, pound GDP came in positive. Why did GDP come in positive? And what does that mean for like the rest of the week? I need to have a proper understanding and what that GDP increase is going to do to bloody interest rates next week. And what does that mean for potential USD stuff on Friday? I want to have like a really, really deep understanding. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'll end the YouTube. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I didn't even see the questions. Oops. Oh, never mind. There wasn't any questions. Okay. What is a pre-market? No, pre-market review. So it's just before the market opens. So like after this, I'm just going to do a bit of a write-up on what news releases are happening this week and what I think is going to happen. And I'm just like, I use ChatGPT a lot. which is really good for learning economics and stuff. So I have like a specific chat on my ChatGPT just on economics, so I can ask it questions on like, you know, if pound data releases positive this week for GDP, what can that mean for future pound, like interest rates, inflation data, all that stuff, and that'll help me and stuff. Yeah, the new ChatGPT, yeah, it remembers stuff, which is crazy. Rate cut Wednesday, yeah, that's the main thing, is if it's going to cut by 0.25 or 0.5. Because they have to cut by, what is it? Is it 2%? 1.75%? Something like that by the end of the year. So it's either going to be a 0.5 and a 0.5 cut, or a 0.25 and a 0.75 cut. Pretty sure. Yeah. So that's the... But I doubt it's going to be 0.75 this week. What I've seen is everyone's just saying it's like 50-50 chance between 0.25 and 0.5. Which means gold is going to boom even more. So catching that break retest before rate cuts is going to be crazy. So if you can, even if you have to use 100 stop loss just to catch that break retest, I think it's worth it. Because I think it's almost a guarantee that they got to cut rates this week. If they don't, then it's got to be a 1% cut, which is pretty unheard of. That would be insane. Oh, I don't know. But yeah.